Hey guys, it's Carla from C Law Plans, and I am here to plan my week of August 17th to August 23rd in my MakseLife. I'm going to do something similar today that I did for last week, which is break down the sections of my goals that I need to focus on or want to pay more attention to. And then I am going to write down each thing that I need in those areas. And then this is the planner that I also combined the horizontal layout in. And so I'm going to just quickly jot down the majority of my to-dos. 90% of my to-dos actually come from the day before. And so I'll jot down the stuff that I know I have to do on each specific day, but usually the night before is when I plan out my to-dos for that next day. And then I've already gotten my goals written down here as well. And I kind of dumbed them down a little bit so I could actually share them this week. I'm working on a personal project and I need to try and get that finished in the next couple of weeks. And so I've got that written there. So I'm going to put that in my habit tracker as well. And these are some ideas of family times. I do need to buy a couple of things this week as well. And so I'm going to be referring back to this in addition to my monthly layout, which is where I have all of my big things that need to happen as well. All right, friends, so bear with me because I'm trying a new editing app. It's called InShot. The reason I started using this one is because I wanted to see the difference between this and the iMovie. The iMovie is usually what I use for editing already, but I do it on my phone. I don't have a iMac, and so I don't have like the full editing capabilities because I don't have the actual computer part. So I do it on my phone, and on my phone it's only a 2-time fast forward for speed. And so I wanted to try this one because you can do 3 times and 4 times on your phone. And because the Plan With Me videos I feel like are a little bit on the long end, and I'm just worried that people aren't going to be watching it all the way through. And so with this one, with only doing 3 times, it's an 8-minute video. But with the iMovie, if I do it only 2 times, it's a 22-minute video. And I'm still not sure how that works. That math does not work out for me. But I'm also not very good with numbers. And so it could very well work out as well. And so I'm going to try this app here and load it up to YouTube and see the response for the preferences of a shorter video versus a longer video. This is also my only second time doing a voiceover, which for some reason really makes me nervous. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just because it's unscripted and it's not prompted and I don't really have a, what am I trying to say? A script or anything to like base off of. And so I'm just going to be jumping around because that's just kind of how my brain works. And so as far as my planner goes, this is the vertical layout. I decided to combine the vertical and the horizontal layout. I started trying to do this vertical layout a couple weeks ago, or maybe last week was my first week or the week before. I don't even remember. But I actually really like it because I sectioned off each one of the goals that I wanted to really focus on. So health has been my most lacked goal for several years. I have 2 children, a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, and I have really not paid too much attention to myself since my daughter was born, which is the 6-year-old. So it's been several years. And so I knew once I got this planner that health was going to be one of my biggest priorities. And so I really like this vertical layout because the way I use it is basically a gigantic tracker. And so I have the horizontal that I'll be doing later in this video, but the vertical I have set up to where I've broken down the majority of my goals. And these boxes that I'm creating right here with these picture frames, this is my self-care box. And so I want to make sure that I do a little bit of self-care every single day. The box above it with the rounded corners, I am tracking my Apple Watch a little bit. And I'm just hoping that is going to help as far as just increasing my activity. I'm the worst right now about doing exercises. I used to be so good about exercises. I used to wake up at 4 in the morning before I had kids when I worked with a friend at the animal hospital. we would wake up at 4 in the morning and we would meet each other at the gym every single morning, Monday through Friday at 5 when they opened. And then I even did it throughout my entire pregnancy. Around the 8-month is when I kind of quit doing it because it was just, honestly, it was excruciating doing anything working out. And so I really wanted to just kind of get back on track. And so I'm trying to track my Apple Watch and planning out some workouts and activities as well. And so health is taking up a big chunk of my planner right now. So once I get my layout basically looking like I want, I go through and I refer back to my monthly planner to just put in all of my schedule and stuff. So my habits that I'm doing this week, I realized after I watched the video that I did a double tracker. So I basically wrote diversity twice, which was not intentional. And so you'll see I'm putting down some washi, and it's really interesting because I posted my washi love for Washi Wednesday last week, and I'm pretty sure it was Darian, but somebody on the MakseLife team was so silly, and they were like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see you use this in your MakseLife. And I've never used washi in my MakseLife. My MakseLife has always been just a pure functional planner for me, and so I tried to use some of the washi that I had. I have the 10 millimeter and the 7 millimeter and the 5 millimeter, and I didn't like the way the majority of it looked on there, mainly just because I'm not used to having washi or any decorations in this planner. And so I went through some of my old kits. I actually used that kit, the one with the washi strip up at the top. That is the paper planner dude. And I used that kit in my memory planner last week. And so I basically just tried to use the leftovers of all of that. And so I added some washi up at the top for Darian, and I'll probably end up tagging her on Instagram when I post this because I just thought that it was really funny. And I'm actually going to add some deco stickers down at the bottom as well. And so this is the horizontal layout. Obviously, this is my basic. It used to be basic pen and paper, but now I've got washi on it and decorative stickers later. But this is basically like my daily. I use this on a daily basis as a reference of what I need to be doing. I try and do cleaning and laundry every single day. I just need to do that every single day just to keep the house maintained. Clutter in my house is really hard for me to deal with. And so that is my layout, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some deco stickers down at the bottom, and then I'm going to call it quits. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know, and then I will be sure to answer them, and I will post my after the pen spreads when everything is done on Instagram. So make sure you're following over there, and make sure you give the video a like. Thank you.